How's this for campus craziness? A new study shows nearly 90% of college presidents are worried that a liberal bias is hurting higher education. How about that? The same study shows 61% of students believe colleges are deterring conservative speech on campus. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Who did this? CampusReform.org media director Cabot Phillips is the man, and he's here now. This is astonishing. 80-odd%, nearly 90% of college presidents accept that what's going on is hurting their educational institutions.
I'm glad they've finally realized this, because it's not a new phenomenon. This has been going on for years. They're just finally now accepting, well, maybe it is a problem. And for people to know, what is liberal bias on college campus? How does it manifest itself? First, it's in the classroom. We see professors constantly ranting and raving against conservative ideas, promoting liberal ideologies. Second, student groups. Conservative student groups get far less funding. We did a recent study, University of Wisconsin, for example, 20 times as much funding to liberal groups as conservative ones, things like that. And third, it's with speakers, where administrators are putting hindrances, they're putting barriers towards bringing conservative speakers. They're welcoming in liberal speakers, and they're saying conservative speakers, well, you're going to have to pay $10,000 in security fees. They're controversial. And so many times conservative speakers aren't allowed to come to campus. That's what liberal bias looks like in real time on campus.
When is this going to end? I mean, if it's as serious as your study suggests, and you've got countless examples of this, when does it end? How does it end?
It ends with accountability. Once people begin to actually care, once taxpayers say, no, we're not going to continue to send our money to these institutions that are failing students, once school presidents feel the pressure of that, and market forces, that's what it's going to take. Parents to say, we're not going to send our students to these campuses if they're not doing a better job of allowing a true marketplace of ideas to thrive. That's what it takes.
Will parents actually say that? Now, look, if your son or daughter gets into Harvard, are you going to turn around and say, oh, no, he or she is not going there because they're a bunch of liberals?
I think it's an individual decision that parents have to make. What do they value when it comes to an education? But really, truly, when you're going out into the real world, and if you're going to a college that is not preparing you for the real world, that's teaching you, hey, here is what you should think, here is how you should think, not here is how to develop your own personal philosophy, then you need to decide, is that big prestigious school worth it? Is the student debt you're getting out of it worth it? But it's going to take accountability. And I talk to students around the country with leadership institutes, campus reform, and they always say one thing universally: I'm scared to let people know I'm conservative. They tell me, at whatever campus I go to, they say, I really want to get involved, but I can't let people know I'm conservative. They fear for their grades, socially, and even violence against them just for being conservative.
Well, keep up the good work, young man, Cabot Phillips, because we admire what you do.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much indeed.